Awesome.
Okay, so we're starting part 2. So the group went back to Asatar to get the money for the owlbear killing. They went to the Hunters Guild. They did some other bits and pieces. Went to the Hunters Guild, and they could possibly get another 100 gold pieces if they could bring Rudgar
300. 300.
It
was
another
100 now.
100. So that is 300, but another 100 on top of the 2 that they were giving you. Yeah. Another 100 to bring Rudgar back to justice and Ferric back, so he could
corroborate the story.
Bear witness to what the people have been saying. So you guys whipped around the town. Trust could not.
All important thing. This guy must survive.
Okay, that dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ferric. Yeah.
Okay.
So you only found Muffin, the man killer, lover of Malekithia, or whatever your real name is.
Malefica.
And although you are lovers trying to trade up, so yeah.
And that's right.
Yeah.
Georgia and I knew each other as well.
Oh, what was your connection?
We met in the King's Treasure.
Oh, that's right.
Treasure room and both barely escaped with your lives.
That's
exactly.
Right.
Oh.
So we're good friends.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, right, so you guys returned to the forest, had no actual encounters this time, except for Ferric. Followed him to the farm, and are now trying to make entrance into it. You found entrance by going in through the barn. Ventilation louvers right at the top. You got into the barn. It's just full of a whole lot of curing meats. Nothing else really to see. There's some backpacks, and one of the backpacks at the bottom you found an odd 2-bladed dagger, which I believe...
Well, we didn't give it to anyone specific at the moment.
Malefica.
I'm in the...
Yeah, you're all in there, yeah. Malekithia. You were, yeah. But they all had meat, nothing else apart from one. Malekithia decided that she thought that the blade was something to do with a ritualistic sort of ceremony. Not 100% sure, but that's what she believes.
Under my stuff.
We'll get it up.
You basically were deciding what you were going to do when Muffin heard some sounds. She listened, she looked, and she saw that several of the hunters, in quotation marks, the actual murderers, were coming back to re-equip and then going to head out again trying to find Ferric. Which was fine until someone decided they needed to go into the barn. So we left it with Ferric on the, as we look at it on the map, on the left side, Orca on the right side, Malefica at the back right, and Muffin and Kaelin at the back left of the barn as the 2 double doors start to swing open, using the doors as a bit of a block, so that you can use either as a shield or something to hide behind it.
And Orca had made motion, to knock them out rather than slay them.
Right. 2 questions, just real quick. What did Ferric do? Is he a bad guy?
No. Ferric, as far as we know, or as far as we've been able to ascertain, was with the Hunters Guild in a mission that was sent out to slay Big Beak, the owlbear.
Right.
They went out about 4 days ahead of us and never returned in a group of 12. So we sort of struck a bargain with the Hunters Guild that we were going to go out and find out what happened to them. We went out, we found them the first time in the forest, disheveled, very, very frightened, very, very sort of panicked. We equipped him with some stuff to get him to go back to town and try and get the town guard to then go and deal with this right guard person. Unfortunately, it would turn out that his, die-hard stick at the whatever job he's decided that he's going to do nature had him still playing guerrilla warfare out here when we had already gone off, slain the owlbear, come back, only to find that he had not been back to town to get help. Instead, we've now gone back out to provide help.
Oh
And
god.
luckily, we've found him in a sort of semi-starved but still alive and still well state.
Right. And my next... Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And as far as we know, there are approximately 6 of these guys, Rutgar plus 5 cronies, and one of them could be a spellcaster.
Oh, right. And my next question is, what kind of meat is this?
Boar and deer.
Deer.
Right, okay. So they're not like
Although-
people eaters.
Wild
None,
forest
well,
creatures.
Ferric said that the other 6, including Rutgar, turned on his group of 6 and killed them and removed their hearts, and that's when he managed to
Oh, yeah.
escape.
And then the bodies
been
were
hunted.
fed to Big Beak, the owlbear.
Right. Okay, I'm following.
Right, so I'm going to start turning on the recording's been happening all this
I'd say
time.
recording went as soon as you started your recollection.
Excellent. Rightio, so away you go, folks. There you are. So the door opens, starts to open. You guys get one chance
Like I
at
say.
this. I do know that Malikifa is getting a sleep spell ready should she need to use it, so everyone needs to remember that and don't sort of get in the way of her doing that. So, what do you... we're going to go for surprise as they swing the door open. We're going to roll, not for you, but... Well, actually we are. You guys are only going to get surprised on a 1 and 6. They're still going to get surprised on a 2 and 6. So, I think, Malikifa, you are the one that's sort of going to make this either very quick or very slow. So you need to roll for the group 1d6.
Okay.
And if they get a 1 or a 2, no, they're 3. They're not surprised, the people that open the door. You are not surprised. So, what we do now, when we get into combat, is this. We roll for surprise, which we've done. Neither side is surprised. We then, when we go into combat, we then... Steve's just realised he hasn't got his...
State our action and then roll for initiative.
Yes and no.
Can we set contingencies?
No. Not huge contingencies, no.
It was going to be a one way or the other.
Kind of. Have I put the books back in here? It's groovy. I've got the books, but they're the Supers books. Here's the other books. That's what I need. So, if you all turn, if you've got access to the Whitebox gaming thing, a booklet to page, so you can follow the combat stuff as we go. 34, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's got their hits and all that sort of stuff. You just need to look for them. So basically, everyone should have their movement rate in combat. If you go have a look under your combat, under your movement, sorry, you'll see how much you can move. Just remember, in this game, because this isn't drawn to scale, even though it might say like from the middle of this square to this square is only 5 feet, it's actually 10 feet. It's double the scale. Okay, so you all make your intent, statement of intent before rolling the initiative order, to force players to decide what they're doing before they know who goes first. At the beginning of the round, and it actually gives me the... Okay, first, any prepared spells are cast, so this is different to normal. So that means you said you are going to try to get your spell ready. It takes a full combat round to prepare a spell, which you actually had, but one can be prepared ahead of time. The spellcaster who won the initiative call cast their spells first. They may then start preparing a spell for the next round if desired. So you can't cast a second one this round, but you can get one ready. Then
That's
next
right.
it's missile fire, and since no one's in missile, so that's okay. unless someone's about to whip out something to throw at them, and then melee, and finally movement.
Do we
So-
still take negative rolls if we're firing into a crowd?
No. Do not do it in this edition.
In this game, you roll, you fire into it, and I decide who actually ends up getting hit.
Oh god.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, do not shoot into combat.
So, but don't forget, missile fire happens straight after spells.
Yeah.
So they
Before
haven't
movement,
moved.
I mean.
They've opened the doors, so they're basically whoever's out there will be framed in that door. So yeah, so it's pretty. At that moment, you're only firing into a group of enemy. It's once the melee starts, it's when you
Yeah.
into your missile fire. Okay.
Can you knock someone out with an arrow?
No.
That'd be kind of cool.
So basically, I'm going to have to make up a house rule for subduing, which will be that you get a -1 to hit because you're trying not to kill them. You're trying to just knock them out, and basically 1 in every 4 points is real damage. And that's it. When they get to 0, they fall unconscious, and that's that sort of thing. So that's relatively standard stuff. But that's about the only other. I'll write that up as another house rule. So, any other questions before we get to intent? Okay, rightio. So I'm just going to start with Malakifa. What's your intent?
As they enter the door, I cast sleep on them.
Okay. Going around the room, Kelvin.
Oh, well, I'm only really good in a melee, so I have a crossbow. I could try and shoot someone. I don't know if I have any aim at the moment.
You'll be fine. Don't worry. So you're gonna try to use in the first round anyway. You're gonna try to use your crossbow to missile fire into them.
All right, I'm gonna use my crossbow.
Okay? That's your intent? Okay, Muffin.
I'm going to try and knock them out
With what?
with my short sword.
So
But-
you're right at
The
the back of
butt
the
of my
barn, and
short
they're
sword.
right at the front. You
Um,
haven't had any movement
And
yet.
remember, if I'm casting sleep, and I'll go first,
yeah. I'll move up behind
they'll
my
already be
love.
knocked out.
That's
Mhm.
Yeah,
if
just
we
in
get
case.
initiative first.
Okay, that's if you. Yep, no, that's all cool. So, rightio. Moving on to Ferric. Ferric is just ready to attack anything that doesn't get hit by the sleep spell. That's an enemy. And Orca.
So mine was going to be one of two things. One, if we win initiative and sleep them, I'm going to quickly drag them in and close the door again.
Oh, Ooh.
And if they manage to get in, mine is to, defend Malefica.
Okay.
oh,
Aww, I love a good feminist.
Okay, you need to understand one thing. That is our biggest weapon.
Who's sleep
right.
spell?
I see.
You're going to be
Magic
amazed at what the
user.
sleep spell can do.
Yeah,
Should
magic
you get it
user.
off,
That's
yeah.
all I can say.
Okay, Malakifa. Roll initiative for your group because it all depends on you being able to move first.
D6?
Yep.
We like that number.
6.
They like it so much they try to get to it, but you get to edge them out. So the door opens, and give me a second. If it's less than, all of them are standing there.
Oh shit!
Make your roll.
It's the whole squad.
Okay, so I roll mine A for sleep.
Yeah, hang on a second. Page of the sleep spell. Because I know it's hit die point.
So
hit
less
die-
than 1 to 1 is 2d6 plus 3.
Yeah.
1 plus to 2 plus is 2d6, and 3 to 4 plus 1 is
You're looking at the
1d6.
2d6 one.
Sweet. And here we go. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, this mission's over before it starts. All 6 of them fall asleep.
Woo!
There is no saving throw. I cannot do anything about that.
Yeah.
And
So
the
now-
duration is up to you as well.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Oh.
remember, folks, if you if
Which one of
do-
you had rope?
I've got rope.
Mine's currently dangling from the barn roof in
and
two
you'll
pieces.
have to cut it
so-
off in lengths so that you can tie
Yeah.
them up. So
Yeah,
I'd say
exactly.
about 6 feet length should be enough to do really
Yeah.
good tying.
Yep, so let's tie all these suckers up.
How you want to do that? Because remembering, if you disturb them a lot, you could wake them up.
So what I'm predicting we do is, I mean, we can either do it one of two ways. We can either, I will pin that person to the ground,
Hmm.
and then you guys can tie them up. Or, if one of you can think of a far more insidious or ingenious way of tying them up.
Ferric
Why
walks
don't you
over to
tie
one of
their
them.
feet while they're still unconscious? Then they can't run away.
Rutger, I also mentioned
Like-
that Derek, before he even starts moving, we need at least Rutger alive if he's thinking of taking
Well, he
lives.
moves over to one of them and says, "But I know a good way of making sure this one doesn't move. You could put my
Yep.
sword right through his throat."
Is that Rutger?
He says, "Of course it is."
Then we need that one alive, because he's worth a lot of money, and you'd
Right.
have a share in that.
Don't care about money. You killed 5 of my friends.
Okay, how about this? How about we kill the other 5 with a to the throat, because they won't make up for it anyway.
Whoa, they're all going to end up dead when they
Ooh.
get back home anyway.
And then
They're all
we
going to hang.
tie up Rutger, with his arms behind. How is Rutger fallen? Is he face down or back
On
down?
the side.
Okay, so we can still we'll kill everyone else first, and then tie his hands up.
No, tie his feet first, then he can't run away.
Oh yeah, good point. Tie
No.
his feet, and then his hands.
Okay,
Here's another good
so-
one. Let's disarm them all first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go for the weapons so that
So,
if they do wake up, they've got nothing to use.
So, Cowborn, you got to remember, if you disturb them enough, they will wake up, which means they're now
Right.
an enemy awake. So you got to be careful.
What's disturbing them enough? Like, is tying
That's
them
what
going
you're
to
going to
wake them
find
up?
out. That's what
Oh,
you're going to
God.
find out.
Okay, this is what I think. I
So I'm
think
giving
we
you the
should
chance to
just
think about it. How you do it.
Well, the main one is that we need to stop Theric from killing
not
Rutger,
doing anything
because
at the
Rutger's
moment.
worth money.
He says, perhaps
just
seeing
remember-
him swing might be more enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds good.
He's gonna swing anyway.
Okay, for the risk, I think if we disarm them, it's going to be too much of a risk of them waking up. So I think we should just straight up kill them.
Except
That's
that one guy,
a bit
right?
rough, and let's remember the laws of the land do say that criminals should be brought to proper justice.
Well,
We are bringing them to justice, and I mean, how are we going to carry
Yeah, but
back 6 people
we march them back?
for 4 days? It's a 4-day travel.
I don't care if they're starving.
Or
Ooh.
we can kill them.
Ooh.
Hold on. I've got an idea. We can kill them and say that he turned on his group. And
Yeah, but if he's
sacrificed
still
them.
Ferric
alive,
looks at
he's
you
gonna
and
be like,
says, "I'm not going to
"Yeah."
lie for you for murdering people.
No,
Murdering people's murdering people."
dispensing vengeance is dispensing vengeance.
Justice
No,
to see all
I
these
think
people hang.
What weapons are they equipped with?
They have a range of hunters' knives, short and long swords. 3 of them have short bows. All that gear
Right.
you could collect. None of
I
them
was about
have.
to say,
None of them
shit,
have armor. They all have hunting leathers, but it's not even
like
useful with a
it's
-1.
clothing rather than.
Yeah.
Okay. I reckon we can easily disarm them, sort of thing. And like I say, if I'm ready to dive on top of someone as they wake up, then they're gonna stay stuck to that ground. Me and the dwarf could hold someone down real easy.
Oh, yeah.
And Muffin could hold. Muffin, do you have a dagger or anything?
No, I don't.
What's your weapon?
Short sword, short bow.
Oh, a
Yeah,
dagger.
you
Oh,
could hold
short sword.
Short sword to the neck, just in case they get too rough.
Mm. And we do them one at a time. We tie them up properly, and then, like I say, we can march them back to town. Like I say, who cares if they, eat or anything? Drink is all they're gonna need for 2 days.
Can I search through their pockets?
Not
Stealth.
Now?
while they're sleepy. Not while they're sleeping. Do it afterward. And most of the good gear will be probably in the farmhouse. So, we'll look to disarm them one at a time. Me and
Calvin.
Calvin, ready to jump on top and pin them to the ground.
So Georgia, if you go up to the top right, I'll roll 20 in that gear thing. If you click that,
Yeah.
you'll see
Okay.
your display name. So if you want to, what you can do is put your name and then in brackets the name of your character, so we know who it is.
Oh, right.
They just put all their character names in there, but I know who they are. So
Ah, I
Is that
see.
second bag down?
Yeah.
Or,
And then you just
Yeah,
save
that'll
it,
do.
and then it just changes it.
yeah,
Yep,
the
there we go,
super big ones,
Kelvin.
eh?
Cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
use those.
Cool. Okay, so you go through carefully tying them up, cutting the rope up, tying them up. They will eventually all be awake, rather disgruntled. Ferric just stares at them and just waves his sword menacingly at them and says, "Please give me a reason to skewer you through with this, please." Then finally you do Rudgar, sorry, and he's spitting tax, saying, "What's the,
I was
da da
about to say,
da."
if he's going to spit tax, then he's going to start spitting teeth.
Okay. So you give him a nice punch, do you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so give me a die roll. Only a 1 will miss. Because he's held. Okay,
Ooh.
and that's 2 points of damage plus any strength bonus.
1, so 3.
Oh, and aren't you tough? Any damage you get is a plus
Oh
1?
shit! Yep, 4.
4. Okay,
That's a hell of a punch.
you might not have knocked teeth, but you've produced a nice bloody nose. Very
Yeah.
close to breaking it, but anyway. It sort of quietens them a little bit.
Along with the word silence, mutt.
hmm So then it's just a case of going around, grabbing some gear. Most of the gear is on them. They actually have very small hunting backpacks, so they're sort of you'd be overloading yourself and travelling back quite slowly. But if you want to, you can.
Yeah. Let's take the short bows. They're worth a mint.
So you've got 2 extra short bows, 2 sets of arrows.
Hey Muffin, do you want to come take a look in the farmhouse with me?
Yeah, I was about to say you two go search the farmhouse and call out if you need anything.
Sure.
I'll send Theric if
I
need
hope
be
that
because he might
wasn't
know
a
everybody's gear.
code thing.
Okay,
Come on, babe.
okay, so I moved to here.
Now, people. Don't
And
get that hot.
I moved to here and just from where I am, I look to see if there's any like hidden doors or anything in the area.
I'm gonna look down the
Ooh.
well.
And traps.
Well, hidden where you are around about 10 feet away from anything, which won't work.
Okay.
Can look down the well if you like. So it's workable and draws water.
Nice.
The rope has been replaced recently with a new rope.
I say we take that rope.
I'm gonna slide down it.
God.
Being very careful.
Fall down into the well. Great.
How much extra rope do we have?
A lot.
I turn to the dwarf. What's that, laddie? Muffin stuck down the well.
Okay, Muffin, you
happens
slide
even.
down to just above the water. It goes down a good 40 odd feet.
Ooh.
It's deep. You
Hey
can
guys,
see
it's good down here.
it's cold, of course. It's a little bit humid. You can see that dark sort of surface of water below
And
you.
it just got a whole lot slipperier.
The rope does in fact end in a bucket, so you can slide down onto it to sort of land on it if you don't want to just hold onto the rope.
Yep.
Trying it for you. Malakifa, or what? Yeah, if that's your name. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I'll go down to the well and help draw her back up.
Okay, so that's nice, easy, because it just winds up. That's easy as, and seeing Muffins up the top there.
Okay. I enter the farmhouse, but before I enter, I cautiously open the door.
Okay, so the farmhouse actually has a porch, and it enters in this side here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I walk up the porch, but as I'm going up the stairs, I'm careful that none of them are breaking.
Yeah, yep. No, it's all cool. So yeah, this place has seen better times. You sort of just carefully look in the door, just just through the crack. You can see like sun streaming through where there's a hole in the roof. But what else you can see? You can see the bed rolls and some other utensils and personal items. Basically, very limited, small amount of travel gear that you'd expect a hunter to be carrying. I don't know if you want to do anything else.
And if I'm inside, are there any hidden doors?
The farmhouse is basically 2 rooms.
Oh, sweet.
The one room is sort of the kitchen living area, and the other room is like a sleeping area. That's you could see obviously at one stage it was all curtained off, but it's just a big room basically.
Okay.
And that hole sort of straddles the wall between the rooms, so you get some sunlight coming in here. You get a hell of a lot more sunlight in the bedroom. The bedroom area itself is quite damaged. There's a bit of
Like a
mold growing.
scrap might have
There's
taken
some odd weeds sort of starting to grow, either through the floorboards or in the actual wood itself.
Sweet. Can I get to the smokehouse from here?
You'd have to leave.
Oh yeah, from outside the farmhouse.
Yeah.
I investigate the smokehouse the same way I did the house.
Can we not split us up this far?
Well, he has.
What? I'm right here. I thought. Oh, does that mean I have to exit the gate thing?
No. No.
No,
It's part
sort
of the wall.
The smokehouse is it's part of the wall.
Yeah, it's like everything else here. It's part of the wall. But the only thing that's not part of the wall is the well. So the smokehouse actually looks like it's the most intact piece of building there is here, and it still seems to be, because you can smell it. There's a lingering smell of smoke where they preserve meat. And of course there's no doors. You open the door and it got quite a lot of smoke billows out. You can see some carcasses hung. They're obviously smoking, so you quickly close the door. There didn't look like to be anything other than animal carcasses. Nothing that looked like ribs and human arms and things in there.
Well, no, we counted 5 bodies, didn't we?
6.
No, outside
5 outside Big
outside
Beak.
the big
Oh
beak.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually,
So, like I say,
yeah.
like I've written in what I'm going to be doing during this time.
Cool. So, okay, that's all cool. So, anybody doing anything else?
did we want to let the chickens go?
There are
No
chickens.
chickens in the
Oh,
coop.
okay.
Yeah, it is a coop. Like it's. You can
Did you
see
want
that
to go
it's
and have a
definitely-
look, Keldon, to see what's in there?
Why not? I just
go
didn't
with
want
you.
the chickens to
Okay.
starve.
Righto,
I'll come
well,
too.
Okay, as you
So
three
I
go over there.
alt and
Yeah.
click and move, right?
Yep.
Oh, and drag. Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like once an enclosed chicken coop is now one of the. It also again is one of the more intact structures. Inside is overgrown
Oh.
with mold and foul weeds and littering with small animal bones.
Yummy.
Aww.
No chickens. So apart from looking in the door, do you two actually go into the building?
Yeah, I'm going in.
I'll go in. But before I go in, I look for traps.
I'm being careful where I step.
I don't think your Eye of Robes gives you traps.
No, it doesn't, but I will myself.
Oh, I'll do it then because apparently I'm good at spotting traps.
If you're in a building or underground.
Oh.
Oh, I won't do it then because I'm apparently really good at finding traps.
Would a thief be good at it?
Yes, you
Yes.
are.
Oh, then I'm looking actively.
Okay, so I have to roll that secretly, but you've got a 1 and 2 and 6 chance. So just give me a second to roll that.
Love
for you.
those odds. Bring it.
You have a really good look. You up to and a whole lot of stuff. You don't seem to see any traps, but you do have some of that gunk all over you.
Yum.
Oh. What's the gunk?
The gunk would be any old excrement.
Oh, nasty.
Mm.
Mold, some foul weeds, perhaps the small animal bone that's stuck because of the gunk that's on your boots.
Ooh.
You're laughing now. And I need now, thank you, Muffin, to give me a saving throw. What's your saving number?
Do I just pick one? Or do
No,
I...
you only have one number as a saving throw. It's in your saving sheet. You should only have one number.
Should be like
13.
13.
Okay,
Yeah.
13. This is not magical, nor is this traps.
Oh.
So roll a d20, and hope like crap you get 13 or more.
Okay.
Oh,
Very
nice.
lucky. Okay. You managed
Did I
to...
not get?
No, you didn't get any infection in the lungs or anything from all that crap in that room.
Oh god, I'm not immune compromised.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, if you go into isolation, you're going to be in... Yeah. Anyway, so you managed to clean your boots off as best you can and just get some water from the well and wash down the bits that you think might have some of that garbage all over you, just to get rid of it. By this time, Orca and Ferric, you guys have got them all tied nicely together in a little line, Rudgard being in the front.
Yep. And like I say, if I have searched over them to try and find any icons or anything like that, they'd give them away as cultists of anybody.
Well, going through the the small backpacks in a sock in one of the hunters' backpacks, there seem to be some odd bits and pieces. A plain silver necklace, an ivory ring, and an ornate bronze bracelet. And when you sort of show those, Ferric shows, he can tell you who actually belongs to them. Those are the three of the 5 people that were killed.
Okay, well, they'll be going back to their families then. Cool. At which point I won't bother making mention of it to the group.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. No, there's nothing that would suggest that these guys are cultists apart from that blade. If it actually is true as a cultist weapon.
Yeah. Okay. At which point, if they've done searching the house and everything like that, I suggest we start making or migrating our back to the town.
Esteban.
I can't even remember the name. Esteban.
So before I leave,
Yep.
I do another quick sweep of the farmhouse
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure that there was no ritual anything in there at all.
Oh, give me an intelligence check, please.
Okay.
I'd also be keen to know, did it smell like or look like there had been signs of a very big struggle?
That's well below my intelligence.
Yep. So Ferric can tell you that when they went in to hang some of the meat in the barn, that's when they struck. He was first in, so he was away from, and the most of the people were struck in the back. He managed to, he got struck in the leg because he escaped through the door in the melee out the gate and into the forest.
Right.
So you probably would notice that on the wooden floors on the barn there is stains, but you probably would have taken them as the animal's blood.
Animal meat. Yeah. Is it a lot of blood?
Oh, it's all over the floors below
Yeah.
the hooks. So
Yeah. Okay.
Are there any weird symbols or anything?
Maleficent, nothing that would tell you anything about there being a. But you still have hold of that dagger.
That blade. Yep.
Cool.
So we'll be keeping hold of
Let's
that.
go.
Make sure you keep that wrapped up in probably the bottom of your pack.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and before we leave, I cut the rope in the well and I bring it because
Okay.
we might need it.
Are you
Yeah,
taking
since
the
we buy
bucket
one.
as well?
No, the bucket's probably a bit heavy.
I'm taking the bucket. Nothing wants the bucket.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
What are you gonna do? Put it on your head and use it as a helmet?
New hat, thank you.
Here we go.
Oh god. That was a joke, not a suggestion.
Muffin likes
so-
your ideas.
Right.
So I'll take head of. We'll be making the line of these guys trudge. Thing. I'll take the back so that there's going to be a definite movement pattern for them.
And Ferric was quite happy to
suggest-
be at the. Well, actually, might not be good. Ferric could be up near the front, just scouting as a hunter.
Yeah, and then put Kelvin at the other end near Rutger, just sort of ready to strike, and obviously make sure Kelvin knows to be wary of any escape attempts or anything like that, and then the other two can be, sort of where they want to be.
Okay.
Right.
Rightio. So if you
Fast
leave the
moving.
farm, as I said, that farm is in relatively good nick.
I was about to say, don't worry, I already had plans for that, Steve.
Mhm.
We'll be back. That's
It'll
going to
need
be
some
it.
work, but yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a base of
Oh,
operation.
look at that little encounter.
On a D100, holy snot.
Yeehaw. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
What do we get? Okay, rightio. Ferric sort of tells you to stop up ahead around about 40 feet. You can see on the trail, because he's leading you via another trail back to the main trail, that you're going to have to move around, because unless you want to engage, there are 15 giant centipedes which are feasting on a fallen bear carcass and procreating, laying eggs in it.
Ew.
Oh, let's just
Ew.
fuck right off from that.
Let's run.
You don't have to run,
No,
you just
no.
have to move around.
Or it could be a
Oh,
new
not run.
pit.
Dude.
Not run. I don't run.
Yeah, the correct phrase you're looking for is circumnavigate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Circumcision.
Circumcision, yeah. make a circumspect movement.
Okay.
Okay, so you move around to the left of the creatures, making sure that whatever you're doing is not drawing their attention.
Yep.
You know that these creatures, by experience, if they bite you, they actually have a poison.
Yes, we use them to kill an Albia.
Yeah, exactly. So they have a potent poison. So beware of that. Okay, so the night goes. So what are you gonna? So these guys don't get fed. The extra rope. What are you wanting to do? Are you
Tie
wanting
them
to
all in a big circle.
right?
But still leave them so that.
Or would you like to tie their hands up above them and tie that
Yeah.
across a tree so you can see
Around
their
a
hands?
tree, yeah. I was
Yeah.
about to say that'd be great. And then watch-wise, it's going to be what have we got? 4 people.
No one with
It's
night
gonna
vision or
be-
anything.
Me on the first watch, Muffin on the second, with Theric, and then Kelvin and Malefica
Okay.
on the
Last watch.
last watch.
Okay.
And if I can, I'm
On
going
one.
to sort of have a quick yarn to Muffin. I'll wake her up early with her shift, and let her know, just obviously to keep her eye on Theric.
Okay. I
Where?
will
What do you
cast
do?
sleep on them. May as well use my last spell.
Ooh.
No, don't keep it
Oh.
in case we get
Why
disturbed
not?
in the.
Why not? It takes your worry about them trying to do
Oh
something
yeah, true.
nefarious.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
okay.
I'll cast sleep on them.
Yeah,
2d6.
because you can always burn hit points if you need to cast it again, can't you?
If he needs to.
8.
5 of them.
8 of them.
Oh, because it's got a plus
I
on
get a
them
plus
as well,
3.
does it? Oh, okay.
No, they're HD2, so it's 2d6.
Yeah, but I get a plus 3 for the 2d6.
Is it in the spell? Does it say 2d6
Yeah.
plus 3 on 2 hit die?
I'll just double check.
No, that's the next one down. It's only
Yeah, I was
2d6.
about to say, I thought
2d
that.
less than 1 to 1 is 2d6 plus 3. Oh, I see. I lied.
Yeah.
I lied. I see
No,
what you
you
mean.
just got confused. That's okay. So that means the only one that's awake would be Rudgar.
Dang.
What? Someone going to
That's
knock him
fine.
over the cosh?
No, I just feel like he's gonna say something sassy, and Phoenix gonna just, get a bit stabby.
Well, depends on who's on watch at the time. I've got them for the first watch, so he already knows exactly how hard I hit.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Calvin being a bit shorter, she'll be hitting a little bit lower. Ouch.
She'll be punching below the belt.
He might not like that. Okay, so the
So
first.
not only does he have a broken jaw, he's got a broken nutsack.
Yeah. So the night actually goes through with no issues, guys. So you're out into
Yep.
the second day.
Okay. Yep.
Moving back
Re-
towards us.
Rechain the bastards up.
Yep. Undo the rope you've got. Spells for today, please, Malefica.
How far are we from?
A day and a half, roughly. Actually, you're going to be slower because Calvin. What's your movement rate?
Oh, I don't know. That's not on my list. Where do I find that?
It is. I filled it all out before.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's
I
okay.
hadn't written it down. I've got a little.
Middle of your.
So normal rate is 60. Whoa.
Okay, so we're a little bit
Okay,
slower.
you're going to be 3 days out.
Yeah. At which point means that we can, distribute the weight onto me, and I can move a little bit slower.
We're gonna have to feed them at some point.
No. Waterer, yes, but not feed. They can survive almost a week without water. They'll survive 2 days without with food.
Sorry.
2 days without water.
Mm.
Then you start going insane.
Okay, I'll prep 2 sleeps.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
And the
one
rest
for
of you are
combat, one
prepping weapon spells and sneaking spells, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely prepping hit things hard.
Rightio. So here's your encounter for
Stab
the
things
second
harder.
day. They go through. You finally find yourself back on the old familiar trail. Ferric has brought you back to where he said he would, yeah, you are going to finish about another day and a half outside of town. So you repeat last night.
Yep. Same again. Oh. Okay.
Yep. No, that's so cool. Same again. Roll your dice. This time you might get all of them.
Yep.
You do this time. Yeah, it makes the evening so much easier. They're nice and compliant. They're just sleeping, hanging from their ropes up by their hands, sort of thing. Must be highly uncomfortable.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Pity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you wake up the next morning. You've got another day and a half's travel. So just so I know,
can we force march it this day just to try and get there, or would it be nowhere near long enough?
No, you wouldn't, because Calvin's going to slow you down. Given that he's just carrying too much. So marching order at the moment is Ferric,
Calvin at the head of the chain. I don't know what Malefica
and
and
then
Muffin are
you.
doing.
But where's Malefica and Muffin?
I would probably be at the back, but not right at the back, in case
So
they went
Malefica
off.
and Muffin. Then.
Yeah, I'll stay with my lover.
Okay.
I was about to say, and I've got the back end of the thing shoving them all forward.
Another encounter, guys. How lucky you are.
Thank you.
Ooh, wait, what's that one? This is cool, this one. Oh dear. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you.
Yup.
Ferric, great Ferric. So he is not surprised.
I am not
sorry,
surprised.
the rest of the group have to roll, sorry.
Except for
Roll
me.
a surprise roll. No, you may be surprised. He's at the other end of the group.
So Caliban.
You may be
Calvin
surprised
would be next.
until it gets within your 240 feet range.
Oh yeah.
But Calvin would be our.
I got a 4.
Yep.
I go dash R. Ah,
/R space 1d6.
She's
Forward
the head of
slash-
our chain.
ah. /R.
It's usually only one roll for
D.
the group, isn't it? Not everybody.
No, everyone gets a roll.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
what did I do?
/R space 1d6.
Oh, the space. Sorry.
Yep. The other one is, if you see in the upper left corner of the screen, there's a about the fifth thing down on the menu is a D20. If you
Oh, yep.
highlight that, you can see what dice roll things. So only Muffin seems to be taken aback by.
At the moment.
Muffin's always taken aback.
Rightio.
I've got my pail though. My bucket.
You do indeed. Suddenly, Ferric says stop. He pulls out his hunting knife. You can hear a squeal. Suddenly you're aware, Malefica, that it's some sort of animal. You feel that you've felt or seen this before, and then you recognise it to be a boar that's charging at Ferric. A boar charging at Ferric? Ooh, what damage would a boar do?
That's not a good thing.
So you're not surprised, so we're going to go for initiative. So what is it you're going to do? Well, Ferric is going to defend himself and try to kill the boar. Kelvin, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm up there with him, so why don't I use my hand axe and just...
He's a little bit further ahead than you, so
Yeah.
you will need to move to him.
Oh, right.
I do like your plan.
I have a hand axe, so I
Yep.
could,
You could
and I'm
throw
the
it.
same height as him, I'm assuming, so I could just go for the throat.
You could, or you could, or you, if you wish to, you could always throw it.
Cave its skull in.
Oh, I could throw it at him,
No,
that's true.
no.
Oh, don't, okay, not
Before
throwing.
it gets into melee range.
Oh yeah.
Missiles go first.
No. Mine was more your magic hand axe. Lose
Anyway.
that in a bush somewhere.
I also have a crossbow, but
Crossbows
how
are
far
good.
away is he and how fast?
Well, you're gonna have to see it first, so.
Mm.
Okay, so you've taken the ranges down for your crossbow, I take it?
Oh, I didn't actually, sorry.
Okay, go
I
into
can
the
I
other
can
book.
do that right now
It's
though.
like 50, 60 feet each.
So, light or heavy crossbow?
Light.
60 feet, so it goes, I believe it goes 60, that gives you a +2, 120 gives you a +1, and 180 feet gives you no plus, apart from any dex thing you might have if you've got a high dex or low dex. Okay?
Can I tell if it's just one boar or a group?
Well, when it gets within your 240, it's a boar and it's charging.
It's
So fair.
mummy boar with the two baby boars because we killed daddy boar. Damn.
So,
It's back for revenge.
no spell happening. Oh no, I haven't heard what everyone else is doing, so...
Yeah.
Can
sorry.
I
Calden,
pull out...
you are going to... Sorry, Calden, you're going to use your crossbow, is that right?
Or, I believe so, that was the verdict, right?
Okay, rightio. Orca? Next one.
If Orca gets initiative, he's going to use one of the short bows acquired from the douchebags to take a shot at the boar if it is within. Now, where the hell is my ranges for a short bow? Because I don't actually own one. Short bow, 50 foot. So as soon as it gets within 150 feet.
Right, okay. Malefica?
Other than that, yeah. I'm also going to yell, Mel, cover the guards. But I should have said
Cover
that
the
after
hunters.
Mel. Cover the hostages. Cover the hostages.
I make sure I prep sleep, making just in case the hostages try to take advantage of the confusion,
Right,
and I warn them.
cool. And Muffin?
I am going to be
surprised,
following.
wasn't
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Uh-huh. So you don't get to do anything this round, you're going,
So I'll
what?
I'm playing with the
Because-
bucket.
Did
You
someone say
can't quite.
bacon?
Yeah, she's stuck in the long grass and can't quite see exactly what everyone else has.
Bucket stuck on my head.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is such a good idea.
Did someone say bacon? Okay, radio. So the creature comes screaming in. I believe it gets to your range first, or do you want to hold off until it gets a lot closer, Calden? Because it'll come 180, 100 and, what did I say? 180 feet is when you first get to see it coming in.
As someone with very little experience, would you say now is a good time or wait?
The longer you leave it, the better bonuses you get.
But also the fewer shots you may get.
Right. I'll give it a whack. Why not?
Okay. Do you have a high dexterity?
It's not on my list that I wrote down to myself.
It's in your character sheet. Just go in there and click on your character sheet. I'll do it now. I'll just check what you've got. You got a dex of 12. No bonuses.
Okay.
No penalties. So it's a 1d20 roll.
1d20 roll.
Yep.
Okay.
And you don't have anything to add. Just roll and hope for a high number.
20.
Nice.
Hey!
That's a pretty damn
Nice.
good high number.
-1, I think.
Yeah. So damage from a bolt is 1d6 or 1d6 minus 1.
1d6 minus 1, I think. I'll find it. Easy as.
Yeah.
I was just there before.
1d6
Right, crossbow bolt.
minus 1.
1d6 minus 1.
Yep, same with a short bow.
Short
Okay,
bow, yeah.
1d6, so that's /r space 1d6 minus 1.
1d6 minus 1.
Or you can just, there you go, 2 points of damage.
Okay, you do 2 points of damage. You definitely hit it because it squeals a bit, but it doesn't. I'm going to roll for a reaction very shortly because when are you figuring on for doing your missile fire?
Me at 150 feet.
Okay, well that comes up real quick, like as in now.
Woo!
Going well, and you got a 1d6 minus 1 as well.
Do you get your tough bonuses?
No, because short bows can't be more accurate. They can't be used for adding strength.
Oh, yo.
But I will do that much.
Nice.
Ooh.
So it's a total of 7 points of damage, which is not enough to kill it. But I'm trying to find the goddamn.
Possibly enough to make it piss the fuck off. Just means that we don't have dinner.
It's alright, we've got trail rations.
Come back, dinner! I want to eat
No,
you.
it makes it even more aggressive. So it's
Oh,
coming
shit.
in hard and fast on, unfortunately, on
Farrick.
Farrick, who has a hunting knife. 1d6 minus 1. Okay, so no other missile fires done, no spell fires done. The hostages aren't being stupid right now with Malekith facing them, getting ready to cast a spell.
I want to cast a spell.
Yeah. Just remember, this round, you can only prepare it, and you either cast it the next round or you don't.
Okay.
Then you've got to. It really doesn't matter. It just means that you get a bit of an advantage on them in the round that you go on. Next round, this round.
Cool as.
Next round will just be up to initiative order. That's all. Okay, so the creature is screaming in. And I'm going to say that Ferrick's ready, so he gets to go first.
Come on, Farrick. Don't suck the bicky. You
That
sucked the bicky.
A huge bicky. Manages to miss the creature itself.
Oh dang.
Yep. And we don't have a cleric to keep him alive in the event. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, this is not natural.
No.
So does this mean that the boar
Minimum damage.
attacks him?
It's
Yep.
gouged him,
It,
yeah.
So
Oh,
the boar
dear.
comes in, it gouges him in his leg. So he's taken 2, the boar has taken 7. Missile fire now would not be the best option.
Yeah. Now
Am
is
I
the point
close
where we-
enough to
You can move in
hand
now.
axe him?
You can move in, get him ready to hand axe next round.
I feel like that might be a good call.
Yep.
You would be
Okay.
right on that call.
So,
I would like to move in, ready to hand axe, please.
rightio.
No, move in and hand axe.
Oh, move in then
Count
hand
this
axe,
round.
please.
Count this round.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's in this coming round. That's her intent.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Getting
we
to.
go for intents now, which is you've moved because you can still move from the last round. You're about to hand axe the beast. Ferric is going to be trying to stab it as well. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to quickly assess with a quick look around if there's any further threats. And if I see one, I'm going to short bow it. If not, I'm going to assume that our capable friend Calvin is going to end that big pig's life. And
So,
not referring to Ferric.
Yep.
And you said I had to cast this round, eh?
No, you don't have to cast it. It just means that you don't get the advantage of going first in the round above everybody else because you've got it ready. It just means you go on your initiative number now.
Okay.
Yep, so what's your intent for Malefica for this next round?
I'll do the same thing.
To cast a spell,
Yeah, I will cast the spell.
if you need to. You can
if-
say, I'll cast a spell if something presents
Hex
that
me.
needs to be taken, you know. You don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
to.
okay, yeah. So yeah, I'll do that. If something presents to be attacking us, no, that's wrong.
No, if there's something presents to attack yourselves or the hostages...
Or the hostages get out, try and get out. I'll cast
Yep.
sleep.
Okay. Muffin!
I wrench the bucket off my head.
Yes!
Yay!
And tuck it underneath my arm, and I'll turn around.
I was hoping she was going to chuck it to the ground so I could kick it into the foliage.
No, this is
We're
my
playing
new
a-
friend.
We're playing
Okay.
we're playing a new game of kick the bucket.
No, leave the bucket alone.
Leave my muffin alone!
He doesn't feel well. He's a little pale. And the ball gouges me. Okay, so I turn around, take in the scene in front of me, and get ready to defend myself or anyone around me because it doesn't look like I can do much right now.
Okay, so you're...
What is Muffin? Sorry?
Muffin's a halfling.
Right,
Muffin's
okay.
my girlfriend.
Yes, I got that.
What is Muffin?
Muffin, the man killer.
Honestly, if you're going to have
That's
your little bucket, trust me, when I break out little wooden boy, it's going to be
That
interesting.
sounds disgusting.
Oh, have you never seen it? Oh.
Okay, next
Okay,
round.
okay.
The ball will continue to gouge, but with less amount of damage because it can't now. It's used as a charge. Okay, everyone. No, one person for the group roll. So, Calvin, 1d6 roll for initiative, and roll high.
1d6.
Well, you've got to beat a 1. Come on.
Woo!
There you go.
Is it good?
Hang on. Yeah, but there's another group. They go. Oh, they go on a 1. Stupid men. Okay. Radio on a 6.
And just when you get that message, Jeff, just go straight to 6 minutes and 12 seconds, and you'll.
Who, me?
Yeah, I just sent you a message in Discord.
Ferric manages to hit the creature,
Oh my god.
dealing 4 points of damage to it. It's still up, guys. Kelvin.
Dang.
You're next.
Yep.
So-
1d plus, what's your strength?
Well, I get a +3 for my hand axe,
Yeah.
and
What's your
my
strength score?
is 15.
Plus
So you
1.
get a
Plus
+1 from that,
one.
so plus 1d6 plus 4.
1d6 plus 4.
1d20.
Oh, 1d20
To
plus
hit.
4, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Got to hit first.
Dash R.
Yep, space 1d20
1d20
plus 4.
plus 4. Sorry, Tam. I will get better at
That's
this.
fine.
Oh,
That's
what is
okay.
the 0
It
successes?
doesn't matter
I'm
because you've
still
done...
the same.
Oh,
you
sorry.
put something
I
in
did
between.
not type that right.
1d20 equals 4. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's my life's motto.
That
Zero
don't matter
successes.
because 18 plus 4 is 22, which is definitely a hit.
Which is
So-
a hit on a -4.
Now,
Yep.
damage would be 1d6 plus 3. Plus 4 again, sorry.
Yeah, plus 4.
Is that me again?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You,
just
you
hit
get
it.
to actually deal
You
damage.
brought
Yeah.
your hand axe down and around and you've cut into its neck and...
And I go dash R 1d6
Plus 4.
plus 4.
Not equals 4, plus 4. There
Woo!
you go, 7 more points.
Okay, you manage to bury your hand axe into its neck. Not quite, but almost taking its head off. There's blood gushing everywhere.
Oh.
At this impressive moment, the rest of you are waiting to do something. And at this moment, the idiots try to make a break for it, which
I can't sleep.
activates Malefica and Orca. Away you go, guys.
Yep.
Malefica,
Well-
spell first.
Like I say, it's one of those, if he sleeps them all,
Yep.
and then failing to sleep anybody, I will run and tackle Rutgar to make sure at least Rutgar doesn't
Yep,
get away.
they sleep.
Oh, they fucked.
Boom. All gone, 9 eyes.
Sorry,
You're
team,
gonna
I'm
have to
just gonna
wake
run
them
to
up
the
with some
bathroom
heavy
quickly.
beating, I guess.
Pardon?
Sorry?
Give me 1 second, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom.
Okay, so Malefica again solves your issue with the the naughty
That spell
people.
is so
They all
busted.
just fall into the grass, sleeping quite like innocent little lambs that they are.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the rude awakening they're about to get as we have Muffin kick them in the balls to wake
Yeah.
them up.
Now
If only
the
So
because
we
she
check that
probably-
they're still tied up? Like how,
Yeah, they're all
how
tied
are they
together.
moving?
They were just all going to bolt in one direction together.
Right.
And
They're all
even if we
flanking
didn't
left.
even if we didn't sleep them all, half of them would have been dragged behind the other.
Exactly.
Right, I
Right.
see.
So 1, it's Ferric. 2, it's Kelvin that's being attacked by the boar.
Oh, is it still alive? Holy crap.
It's just alive. Yep.
I thought I took a...
Not
dang.
quite. Yeah.
2.
No, there's blood gushing all over the place. It's going to die through blood loss this round. So Calvin, it tries to have a go at gouging you, and
Oh.
it's an armor class of 4. What is your armor class?
I bought chainmail. No, I didn't. I lied. Let me look at my character sheet.
Someone wants to go and steal the halfling.
No, I did buy chainmail.
Okay, it's a
Okay,
plus
so
4.
that's 4.
That
Yep,
takes it
so that
down
brings
to
you
a
down
5.
to 5.
And
Now, did
your
you buy-
dexterity- No, nothing else.
Yeah,
Oh, did...
no sh-
I
no
do
shield.
have a shield.
Shield
that
brings
help?
it down to 4.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
It just hits. It's just a hit. That's unfortunate.
As it dies, it gouges you.
Oh, bastard.
Well, hey, for 1 point of damage.
What an epic creature.
Yeah.
Is that like a bad gouge, or
No,
like a
It's
just
one,
a
it's the
sort of
minimum amount of damage you can take in any combat.
It's a
Oh, right.
small cut.
right? Okay.
So how many hit points does
Keldon.
Keldon have?
Let me go back into my character sheet.
And
Hit
adjust
points. I have 11.
So
Yeah,
now
so
you'll have
you're-
max hit points of 11, and you'll also have hit points, so
Current
you
hit
take
points
one
of-
off that. So it's
Oh,
Is
did we
that
get
the-
XP?
No, not yet. She took 1 point of damage. No, we haven't done any experience yet because
So
we'll accumulate that when we get it back to town.
is that the 11 over 11 that I can see on my character?
Yes.
So if
So
you
if you
highlight
click
your
on
character,
Yeah.
click on it, and you'll
Yeah.
see a little green circle comes up.
Yeah.
Put your cursor in there,
Mm.
and you'll see another little number come up, and then you just type in -1, and then it should go down to 10
-1.
and return.
Enter. Oh,
There you go.
sweet.
So, yep. So it's just automatically adjusted your hit points. So you know you've got 10 out of 11.
I see. Fabulous.
Yep. And Ferric has. I've got to adjust him. Sorry. He now has 8 out of 15.
That was nice and easy.
So we'll congratulate Malefica and Calvin for the job well again.
Right. Ferric
Thank
is
you,
quickly
thank-
going in and just pulling some meat off it. He says, "Let's not waste the food. We'll have a good meal tonight."
Exactly.
So he
You
takes
carve
about
that beast
15
up.
minutes while you guys are watching.
I will awaken the sleeping tards.
I
Just what,
patiently
attack?
make out with Muffin.
They may or may not be walking funny for about.
Ooh, I'm gonna slip you some tongue.
Oh, God!
I avoid.
I need the bucket.
That's it. From now on, no matter what, you two are purchasing your own rooms at tavern. I
You're
am
just
not having.
jealous.
I am not having the possibility of that in a common
Vision.
room.
Right, yeah, so those two have a quiet little nosh together of locking lips and tongues, while someone's massacring, cutting up a boar, and someone else is beating up some unconscious people.
I think I might be wiping down my hand axe. I feel like there's a lot
Kellen's
of
wiping
blood
down her hand
involved
axe.
just now.
This is a really functional group, isn't it? No, dysfunction is all over this.
I'm actually going to yell at Calvin. Great work. Keep an eye out for anybody else or anything.
Oh
else.
yeah, I'm gonna wipe my hand axe while paying attention to my surroundings.
Okay, can you give me a d6 roll, please?
Oh sure. Dash R 1D.
Remember, if you just use the up arrow, that'll repeat the last instruction you gave it, just as a shortcut.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I practice? Oh, I see it. Don't worry.
I'm at practice. Go for it. So you're looking around and you can't see anything at the moment while you're on guard. Yeah, just do a couple of rolls to practice. That's cool. So the rest of you, you're doing what you're doing.
That one there.
Oh.
That went back to your damage roll. From your
Oh,
1
right.
+ 4.
Yeah.
But if I went up arrow, and then I could just backspace.
Yeah, you'd just have roll 1d6. Yep.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
makes it easier. That's all.
Yeah. I don't do the written commands. I use the advanced dice roll, so I just have that open in the corner of my screen.
Yeah. Just depends on what you want for screen.
Screen space.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hidden mostly behind the.
Oh,
thing.
I see. You just click it. Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
following.
And then you've got, you can either flat roll the dice with basic rolls, or you can change the numbers in the advanced roll.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You move that night, have a belly full of roast boar. The others get to smell the belly full of roast boar, but they don't get anything to eat, do they?
No.
Aww.
Because they were
We could
naughty.
give them.
I'm gonna share
Exactly.
my dried rations.
Why?
With-
We have fresh pig.
We want them. Remember, we want them to be weak.
Yeah, we want them to be,
Oh.
unable to run away from us. They are. Okay, Muffin. We know that you're a manslayer, so you might grasp the concept of this.
But
But
I have a
you know-
heart.
yeah, they
You
cut.
have a heart, says Ferric.
Yeah.
My friends don't because
Yeah, exactly.
they cut them out.
They cut them out. They remove hearts from people to please their dark god / whatever.
Okay.
Okay, so before you go to sleep, Malefica, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'll cast sleep on the group.
Okay.
On,
Well,
not
on the
on
group.
on the boys, on the bad people.
Okay, I'll sleep on the flock. Oh shit.
I only rolled 1d6, but I
Yeah,
got
roll
them
another
anyway.
d6, then we've got
Yeah.
the total hit die.
Yeah.
Yep,
10.
all nice
I'm-
to sleep.
Before I go to sleep,
Yes,
I would like to pull the dagger out
yes.
and see if I can attune myself to it. Is it possible?
This is a possible dagger used
This
by
is
a
a
cult to
possible-
kill people.
Yeah, ceremonial cult / dark god dagger.
I don't know what that entails.
You may end up attracting the ire of said dark god if you're not going to use it for what its intended purpose is, e.g. removing hearts.
Oh yeah,
from
good
people.
point, I won't do that.
hmm Or if it's particularly magical, you might actually fall under its control.
Yeah, so...
I'll be your test subject.
Get your heart ripped out. Jesus.
The bucket comes to life.
Okay, I don't do that, but I will keep it in the back of my mind.
Rightio. So you guys go through the night and...
Here's a hint. If you want to keep it in the back of your mind, start with one other thing first.
And what's that?
Do I really need to tell a wizard what they should be doing with things that they suspect might be magical?
Can you unmagic something?
If you have a high enough spell, yes.
Mhm.
Spell magic. It's not.
It's more the start with the find out if it's magical.
Yeah. That'd be the first part. Okay, so you wake up on your last day. You're heading out of the forest. It's thinning. You know where you're going. you know, roughly by just before lunchtime, you should be in the safe wall, within the walls of the safe town of whatever I called
Asta.
it.
Asata.
Asata.
Yep.
Yep. And there are no encounters, although people are looking at you strange, and Rudgar's yelling out, trying to get people to help him, saying that you guys have tied them up and then trying to make them slaves, and just trying to bullshit everybody you possibly can. Are you wanting to do anything?
Can I see any thieves?
No. I'm not going to treat them coolly now. I mean, make comment that these are, wanted brigands being brought to justice. So, pay no heed to.
And I
Fearful
say,
chuck in, and they murdered my friends.
Yeah.
that's all good.
Okay, so Muffin, are you
Yeah.
a card-carrying member in this town?
No, that's what I was saying. I was going to look for.
Hoping that this will
Thieves'
bring
camp.
out some. Okay, cool.
Some friends.
So you sort of drop a few hints here and there amongst the crowds. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm doing some cool sign language, sneezing into my shoulder,
Yep. Okay. Just one second.
Coronavirus.
You get a couple of replies, and you get sort of motioned over to a more quieter spot.
Oh. Okay.
Right. One of the guys, there's a guy and a young girl there. So the guy looks to be, he's human. Looks to be in his, I don't know, hard to tell with humans, but very young middle age would be the easiest way to describe it to you. Yeah. The girl looks like she's very early into her adulthood. So she's called Petal. That's the name she goes by.
Petal.
Petal.
Oh,
And
Cute.
the young man goes by Fast Hand.
fast hand.
Yeah. So he says, knows you being in town a wee while. What is it you're looking for?
I first apologise because I should have come to you straight away.
Oh.
But
You haven't
we
done
were
anything, as far as I'm aware, that would contravene any
no,
of the
but
rules?
I was meant to seek you out earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking to, maybe join a guild.
Ah,
You want to join my guild?
right.
It's been a while
Okay.
since I've joined one because I move around a lot.
Right.
Is this a halfling from World of Warcraft?
Possibly.
You want to join my guild?
Okay, halfling. So they ask you for what's your sort of nom de plume when you're a thief?
I don't even know what non-de-plume means.
What's your cover
nom de
name?
guerre? Your cover name.
Oh,
He-
my
he,
covenant?
he introduced himself as Fast Hand. You can bet your bottom dollar his parents did not name him Fast Hand.
Maybe he said it in a different. Okay. Do I tell them my cool name,
It's up to
or
you.
do I have to?
It's up to you. You probably wouldn't tell them your real name,
Yeah,
and
true.
none of the at the moment, not even your lover knows what your real name is, because I don't think your first real name is Muffin. But I'm not sure about that. It could be a
Considering
halfling,
halflings,
possibly.
yeah, considering
parent was a
halflings have
baker.
about
Yeah.
dozen
Just,
names.
gonna
just as well,
stroke when they
you
don't
weren't
pay.
called profiteroles or something.
I'm gonna introduce myself as Shifty.
Shifty. Okay, right. That's going to be your Shifty is your working name, shall we say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm a working class woman.
Yep. So they give you the secret handshake and that. They say, so can you tell us a bit about the crew you just brought in?
Well, they're all a bit different. None of them are like us.
Not us. They're referring to the
Thievesy,
the
thieves,
hostages,
thieves.
the murderers.
The culprits.
We just had a job that paid some coin.
What have they done?
They were murderers.
Oh, okay. Oh,
on
well.
top of
Not a
top of
usual job.
on top of being dark shit.
Okay, so yeah, well, she didn't say that. She's just said they
Yeah.
murderers. So, oh well, I guess they got caught. They have to pay whatever the price is. Okay, well, he gives you an address and a time, and says, "Come to this door, knock on it in this way. You'll be given access. Also the password, and he gives you a password. When you knock on the door, someone will say this, then you give them the password, and then they'll let you in. And then we'll be entering the guild. So he says you'll need to be bringing at least 10 gold with you to pay your way into entering the guild.
Sweet, can do.
Right. Okay. Right. They sort of then drift into the crowd, and you can see them starting to ply their trade. Some people are going to go home with a little lighter pockets, but you know that's okay. You can't.
Sweet.
Well, you know you can't do that yet. You run the risk of.
Yeah, I won't do anything until I've paid my 10 gold.
Yep. Okay,
Sweet.
so
I'm gonna melt into the crowd and join back up with the group as if nothing ever happened.
Okie dokie.
But they probably did
Ooh.
notice.
Snake, eh?
No. So here's the thing. So give me a 1d6 roll, please, Muffin.
1d6?
Yeah, remember, don't get a 6. This is your special ability as a halfling.
Oh god. Yay.
Yeah. No one noticed you take off, and no one noticed you ease back in.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you remember you've got that move silently.
That
hide-
1 to 5 move silently and thing
the
because
shadows.
nobody looks for half.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
the
love
good thing
that.
about being a halfling. They are difficult to see when they don't want to be seen. Cool. Okay, so you guys head over to the Hunters Guild. You present them with this. They hold the people as they are. They put them in a bit of a stockade. Ferric tells them exactly what happened. They say, okay, then what they need to do is they need to call for a trial. That'll be tomorrow morning early, or if not, later on tonight.
And
Actually, it could be later on tonight.
I return the family items to them to be if they're.
Well, Ferric can identify who they are, and their
Yep.
gear. So they are happy to give you the 300 gold pieces. Since you've recovered the gear, it's yours. But do you have any need for those? Some of them you might. They're happy
I
to
want
buy
to
the
keep
stuff
one of
off.
the bows, but
Yeah.
the other 2 bows were definitely up for discussion if anybody else
There were
wants them.
2 short bows, 2 lots of 20 arrows in the quiver.
Okay,
Anyone
well I'll
else want to
take.
claim one?
Can I have an arrow, sir?
You can take an arrow, sure, but
Can I take 5 arrows, please?
if you want. Calden, don't you use a short bow?
No, I have a crossbow.
Oh, sorry, a crossbow.
I've got a light crossbow, so unless you got bolts in that bag somewhere,
No.
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 Okay.
I'm good then, thank you. I don't
Okay.
think I should carry any more. I feel like I'm packing heavy.
Right. Each one of the 6 people did have a hunter's knife, so if you want to keep those.
Yeah, I will take a hunter's knife,
Yep. So that's
which
just
I'm assuming we just call it a dagger.
no, it's hunter's knife. It's
Oh, the
not
actual-
quite a dagger,
easy.
but it still does 1d6 minus 1.
Cool.
Yeah, if you want it. So you just got another little weapon if you need it.
It's a backup weapon. Can it be
Yep.
thrown? Not weighted for it?
No, a dagger's weighted to be thrown.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And you've got the what's called half backpacks, which don't take as much as a normal backpack, but are only weigh 50 instead of the 100 coin weight.
Okay. No,
So
no use for that.
Okay. So you want to sell those back to the hunters?
Yep.
And you want to sell back the meat and the ones that you took?
Yep.
Okay, so you're probably looking at around about another 20 gold piece coin for
Yep.
all of that.
Cool as. So 320 GP.
65 each.
Is gold.
Well,
Did you add an extra person in for group fund?
No.
So while they're doing that,
Divided by. Hang on.
yep, you do
So we've got who have we got? We've got 4 of us.
5.
Yes. 5 of us because we're including Ferric.
No.
No,
Or-
1 extra for the group fund.
Yeah, I just want to give Ferric some coin for having lost his
Okay.
friends and things like that. So I say we give Ferric the 20 from selling all the stuff, and then split the other 300 between us and get 60 each.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, at least he did bring them back for justice rather than slaying them there and then.
Yeah, and he did take a hit from that boar too, so
Yeah. Unless you think he deserves a full share.
Nah, give him the 20. We did all the work.
You've had to rescue him twice now, right?
Wow, that's rough. I mean, 20 gold pieces should set him up again with his gear, and things, and
Yeah.
be pretty good for the whole day. So yeah, that means that we all get 60, including the group fund, which I will reattach to. There we go. So group treasury is now at 72 gold. My personal one just went up to, Jesus Christ, we've made some money.
So what you do, guys, is the money that you bought out of this was just 320.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep, 320.
Okay, because but I will hang on a second. I'll work that one out for you. So 320, and there were 6 of you in the actual event.
Yep. Which is about 53.
53. So everyone gets 53 XP from the money. The boar death doesn't give you a hell of a lot, but there were 5 of you in that encounter. You each get 12 experience points for the boar. And there's 6 there, and you each get 17 experience points for bringing back the hunters, the murderers. Yep. So that's all your XP you've got.
How much? 16.
17.
Right.
Okay, so you'll have some money, and you've got the money and the XP from that.
And remember to apply your bonus.
Yep.
Oh crap! I didn't apply my bonuses.
Yeah.
What was the total XP we earned?
82.
82.
Before any bonus.
Plus
Which is
15%.
Oh,
Nice.
hang on. Did we get up to 100 100 gold pieces in value of gold coin coming back?
Sorry?
How much did the whole gold, apart from the selling, how much did you get from the gold? And oh no, with the equipment, how much did you get?
With the equipment, it was 320.
Gold pieces. Oh no, I can't. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I've got to hang on a second. So that's a 30% chance. God. That's the player's book. This is my book. Just to see if you. So you're going to lose 100 gold pieces out of that. Sorry. So you have to go back.
Okay.
And adjust the. So if you just split that 6 ways.
Sorry, so hang on. So it would be down to 200.
Just
200
take
divided
how
by
much do you get from 100
5.
divided by 6?
100 divided by 6.
Yep.
So 18. 17.
16.6666.
Okay, so every person takes 16 XP off and 16 gold off,
Okay, thankfully
because one of those items very much could have been an item or a piece of jewellery or something that you guys get to keep. So let me see. Okay, I know what that's going to be. So let's see. Oh no, I've got to roll in there.
So back to there, take 16 off, cool, that makes it a nice round number then. Take 16 off that, Andrew, 66, 56 GP in the group treasury. Need to go back to here and go escape, so
not
53
okay.
minus 16
Cool.
plus 17 plus 12, multiply that by 1.1, I got 73 experience from that. So 73 plus 3014.
Right.
What is it?
So
3087. 3087. Cool.
a set of man-sized hunting leathers.
Mm-hmm.
That looks very nice. So remember, these are clothes.
Yeah. so they can be worn around town without looking like you're wearing armor.
But
Wait, where are you guys?
But who's getting them?
And they're man-sized.
Yeah.
So the option is either Malefica, who's got the big cloak, or me.
That's
can't wear
perfect
armor.
muffin.
You've already got your robe. You've got the big fancy eye robe, so...
Yeah, but it doesn't give me any armor.
So they're not magical as far as we know, but I'll take them. At least I can look fancy walking around town.
Okay, so
I have to.
you've got a pair of +2 clothes, so it takes it down to an 8. Sorry, a 7.
Oh, okay. So it's the same as wearing. Okay, fine.
And they weigh half of whatever normal clothes weigh, so I'm assuming it's going to be like 22 pounds.
Okay, so we've got hunters clothes +2, and what, 2 pounds you say?
20 coin weight.
20 coin weight. Cool.
Hmm.
I can now sell my armor.
Well, it doesn't give you a great armor class, but it's something.
Well, the leather armor in the hunter's clothes give me the exact same.
Oh.
So, and obviously, leather armor weighs 250 coin weight. The clothes weigh 20.
Yep.
So I know what's happening.
Okay. So you'll get a little bit of money. You won't get the XP, but get some money.
Yeah.
3/4 for your armor you sell.
Because I haven't exactly taken a scratch to it.
No.
Right, so armor, leather, is normally worth 15 gold, so what was it, 3/4 did you say?
Yeah.
I'm just going to take it as 10 gold, because I can't be stuffed, that's 2/3.
Okay, guys.
That's not the right one to be putting that under, Andrew.
So,
Right.
has anyone hit? So obviously, if you're damaged, you'll have a night's rest at the tavern if you're going to pay for that, and you'll heal a hit point. Has anyone hit going up next level yet?
No, I'm 103 XP off.
Right.
How much
Anyone-
XP did we just get? 82, eh?
I believe something like that.
I thought it was 82 minus 16.
Yeah, 82 minus 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you have a bonus, it's whatever your bonus is, plus
Yeah.
5%, plus 10%, or in Dean's case, plus
What are we gonna
15.
do with the ritual dagger?
That we are taking to a church.
Dean, how much XP did you just earn then? Because I got the same as you.
Wouldn't it be useful as evidence?
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
it could be given to the Hunters Guild for the evidence factor.
Okay, so we go to the Hunters Guild and give them the dagger?
Right.
Well, we just give it to them before we leave them.
Mhm.
Where are we? How much is a shortbow weigh?
So did
It weighs
anyone
50.
get over to the next level, or did anyone
No.
collect at least 200 experience points before since you started the game?
I've collected more than 200, and I am looking to do Ranger.
Okay, so I wrote up a quick version of the Ranger. So it is your experience points go back down to 0. You've got to collect 5,000 to get to second level, and then it just doubles. And when you go into Ranger, you get another die. You'll get a +1 to hit, and your saving throw, it's either sets at 13 or it goes to whatever it is now, whichever is the lowest. You'll be tracking 1 and 2 on a d6. For every 3 levels you gain, so this is your first level, you can choose a favoured enemy, and then you get a +1 damage on that favoured enemy. And when you reach level 6 is when you get your other abilities. Your live off the land is either wisdom or intelligence saving throw, whichever is best.
Cool. Okay. So, sorry, I'm going to end up changing my class to fighter, to ranger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to reset my XP to 0.
Yep.
5,000 is needed for second level.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a big number.
Yep, well, they're advanced classes, so...
Yeah.
The only thing you
I'm
really...
like-
Well, and I've got to work out something here a second. 1d6, so these are... And because this is above first level characters, that's whatever I've rolled. Do you have a con bonus?
I do, +1. But I'd keep my current hit points from
Yep,
my fighter.
yep. So you're now a... with
I had
4 additional
4,
hit
so
points.
I'm 19.
And
my
you're
max
considered a first level ranger.
Right, Ranger, level 1.
So, Malefica, are you sure you haven't got at least 200 experience points since you started?
No, I have.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
gained a lot of XP, but I wanted to stay as a mate.
Okay, all sweet. Oh, that's right, because, yeah.
Yeah, and otherwise the robe's worthless.
Well, no,
So
you
my
could
current
sell it.
hit die
You could sell
is...
it, but you'd lose the abilities, but yeah.
And sorry, what was the other things that I gained? I gained...
Tracking, 1 to 2, and that goes up per, similar to like the
hang
thief
on,
does.
hang on.
On a
Special, so
D6,
tracking...
1 and 2.
2 and 6.
2 and 6, yep.
Yep.
Pick your first enemy.
Liver. My first favoured enemy
They have to
will
be
be whatever...
goblinoid or giant type.
Yeah. I was about to say, at which point I would pick goblins.
Okay,
Call me Goblin Slayer!
rightio. And is it into wisdom you're living off the land?
Wisdom.
Okay, cool.
Live off the land.
Rightio. So,
How many coin did we earn in the end each on that? I just want to type it into my thingy.
You would have earned 37 gold.
37 gold.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's off of what you would have gotten out of it.
Yep.
And do I get to keep one thing from Spider, like discussing?
it's going to be a die roll, but yeah, you can
Okay.
choose one thing, and then I'm going to roll it and see if it works or not.
Okay, well it was going to be the Fighter's Fury.
So it's just going to be a flat 50-50. So roll 1d100. High or low?
Let's go high.
Ah!
2 points off it. Hey, bugger. So no, you don't get to carry it over. So
Okay.
if you do change out guys into one of the other classes, the higher classes have got other abilities that you might want to play more in, that's what you do. You choose one thing. So if it's spell casting, it's not to spell cast, it's that I can cast first level spells.
Well, it just means that I can't massacre goblins.
No.
Not like I can.
Well, you can send her to sleep. But yeah.
Yeah.
But mind you, next level you get a spell to choose also. As a magic user.
So we get XP for the knife, the dagger.
No, that's all
No.
part of the mission. But you do get to go to the trial and then go to the hanging.
Hmm.
And Rhaegar will curse each and every one of you.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds bad.
Yeah. But that's okay, isn't it? Just something to look forward to.
Just a light cursing, you know.
Just a like cursing, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll take you guys back to the map.
Church.
Game map. We're over there now.
Oh!
We've finished the combat.
Oh God.
Yeah,
It's
that's
okay.
our actual
Poor.
map.
Now you should see where you are. So this is the Quell Islands, and right here by the little red dot, that's where Asatar is. So I'll actually put that in, so I can put it in the right layer. Text.
Oh, damn it.
Change that to red.
I can't make
Wait,
it
before
any
we go
smaller.
anywhere,
Yes.
can I go see my
You
people?
need to go see the Thieves Guild and pay them the money and...
How do you know? How did you find him?
Of course you can.
I'm gonna go see
Quick
Kettle
hand.
and Fast Hand.
Damn it. That would have been so good to have kept that as fighter and then literally been able to just butcher goblins.
Yep. And no.
Thank you, Roll20 Dice Roller. I know you hate me, but that was just fucking miserable.
Wasn't that funny? Wasn't that funny? Don't you find
Yes.
that funny?
I find it miserable because that's what the dice roller in this game pretty much does me unilaterally.
Yeah. Sorry, just need to set this down to its right
In
size.
saying that, I'm still, amazing in terms of almost every other section. So
And so humble.
you need to realise that Orca is gifted, and I
Orca-
mean
And
gifted.
he knows
Oh
he's
my
gifted.
That was so good.
Okay, so, you guys, did anyone get hurt?
I did. I got
yeah.
a hit point.
Okay, so that will
My
take you a
feelings.
night's and a day's rest to just naturally heal that. So that is entirely up to you whether or not you do that. Obviously,
Can I
you would.
rest on the trail? Like
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
It's got to be safe resting.
Mm.
Also, anyone who goes,
Plus, we're going to be stuck here for a week while I retrain into.
Oh well, I will rest then. Yep, let's chill out.
so you can pump your hit points back up to 11. I've
Oh,
put your
okay.
armor class in there so you know what it is.
Oh, thank you.
And your current XP, have you changed your XP at all, Georgia?
I did. I added 69, which was 66 plus a
Okay.
5%.
Cool, all good. Okay. So just so you know what I was doing with the money thing, how they do treasure in this game. When you collect treasure in the game, if there's at least 100 gold pieces, I have to roll, and if I get the right roll, then you lose 100 gold pieces out of the total, and it gets replaced with a minor magic or a minor piece of jewelry. If it's 1,000, then it's a medium, and then if it's 5,000, then it's a major. So that's sort of how you end up getting treasure in the game, unless I place something, a magic, sorry, unless I place something. So at current, the group's got a +2 set of hunter's leathers, well, the individual members, but the robe of the eyes, and 2 clerical scrolls to use as magic.
And we
Right.
haven't given we haven't had a cleric to give the 2 scrolls to yet.
No,
Case
there's,
in point,
there's
Richard.
Trask and there's Augustine, who is I was hoping Richard was-
Currently studying for his HR degree.
Excellent. Well, he could have been doing that, or he could have earned himself 2 magical scrolls.
His loss.
I know.
Although, the mortgage, so.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I just need to put in. Okay, your magic is +2. Until leathers. Right, cool.
What?
And what was your hit points, Andy? So,
19.
19, okay. Rightio, after a week's rest in Asata, you've got a bit of a name now, and several people have come to you for various things. But like you really just wanted just to rest. You really have worn out your welcome at the because remember, Byfund, the owner of the Broken Spear, soon to be renamed the Maudlin Owlbear. She has had it stuffed, and it's being mounted on the wall, and it's quite an impressive thing. But anyway, you have been in the last couple of days, there have been some individuals who have been sent over from a small village of Skoganby, and they are really so Skoganby is sort of, yeah, I've got the right thing, yeah, it's sort of up here somewhere, so it's a several days move, but up here somewhere. And they are really wanting you to help. Apparently they've heard of your reputation as people who can get things done. They can't really offer you too much, but they hope that you'll be able to help them, and then work out what you feel is fair recompense. They can't really give you anything at the moment. They're more worried about keeping you alive. So
what's going on in Skobit?
in Skoganby, Well, in Skoganby, apparently a young field worker discovered some sort of underground cave crypt something when they were working on the fields, and the story goes that she entered it with her friends. She came back with some treasure, and as she was getting out she was hauled back in screaming.
Ooh.
God.
One of
Eek.
the young friends of hers grabbed hold one of the silver armbands, and the others took off. They've given this armband to the elders, and they thought, okay. And then a couple of days later, people started to die, and it was an unusual death because they died with a look of terror on their face. There didn't seem to be anything else happening to them, just this look of terror that was frozen on their face. What they have ascertained is that they seem to be the families all related to the children who went into this place, so they're really wanting someone to help.
Okay. But before we go anywhere, can we go to the church and make sure first?
Go to the church and what, sorry?
Because you know how Rutger put a curse on us?
Yes.
Can we get it removed?
You think that peasant fucking brigand has real power? Okay.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
sneaking out, by the way.
it's
Yep.
D&D,
I've gone to
man.
the
Anything
Thieves
is
Guild.
possible.
Right, so I'll just do the Thieves Guild thing while you're all considering this, because you would have had time to do this, Muffin. So, yep, you go to basically the door. You exchange all the bits and pieces, and the door opens up. It's an elderly woman, very kindly face, chubby, wearing very nice clothes. You can smell baking in the air, so that really encourages you.
Muffins.
She invites you in, and she says, "So you would be Muffin, I take it?"
Yes, and I'm very
Oh.
polite.
Oh, she
and-
knows your name though.
Yeah, well, oh shit, she does.
Well, she knows your adventuring name.
No, well, she's called me Muffin, not Shifty.
Yeah, but Muffin is your adventuring name. It's like, as I say, not necessarily your.
That's true, though, but I didn't introduce myself.
No.
Yeah, but the group's gained fame by bringing these people in, so your name would have been mentioned around.
Well, that spread pretty quick. I'm really polite, and I like offer my hand to shake hers, and I'm like, yep, that's correct, and...
Oh, she shakes it back and says, "Please come in." And she leads you, and she then directs you into a room. "I'll just go get some treats."
Don't eat
So-
them. Don't eat them,
I'm
Muffin.
hungry.
So she comes in, and she's got some freshly cooked cinnamon buns, some
Oh
cloth of
damn.
cream on scones, and
makes
there's a hot pot on the fire, and she pours you some tea, and she puts in some clotted cream in it. It's
Man,
all
I wish I bought some more stuff to
Very
like
nice.
share with it.
So it's like just an old woman's sort of little parlour sort of thing, and she says, "So dear, I believe one of my other young people, Fast Hand, has said that you might like to join our little gathering."
Yes, I'm quite interested, and as I said to Fast Hand, I apologize for not reaching out sooner. I was occupied with some work.
Well, you brought some very evil people
Oh.
to ground, and that's good because that can be used later. But
Oh.
however, dear, yes, you have the required entrance fee.
Yes, and I give her the 10 gold, but
Right?
I also... Wait, it's 10 gold.
Yes.
Yeah, I give her 10 gold.
Yeah. Sorry, we're going to do something else as well.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna give her like an extra 5 for like the food. To say
Oh
thank you.
no. This is our first little interview. So, tell me some of your experiences, and she'll talk a bit about. She'll go into Thieves' Cant, and you guys can sort of talk a bit about your experiences and what you've done, sort of stuff, and any connections you might have, which is virtually none.
Yeah.
So yeah, she seems to be quite happy with you. So she says, "Well, so from now on, if you go," and she points out she sort of explains to you where you go. So you're going to be entering through a storm door at the back of a another building, a farm building, a bit further out from town. And she says that's where we'll be holding our meetings. Also, that's where we'll be undertaking some training and provisioning for special jobs.
Oh.
So you'll go. So there'll always be a day and a night officer.
Yeah.
Now, day and night officer. They usually operate in big places. You don't in small places like this. You're wondering why they would have a day and a night officer. Who knows? But anyway, it's just a little mystery that you'll have to discover on your own.
Yeah, maybe things are bigger than they appear.
Yeah. And she says, so will you be staying at the, oh, what's she going to call it now, that silly woman? The Magdalene Owlbear or something? Is that where you're going to be staying, or are you going to take rooms?
Where are we staying, actually, out of character?
We are staying at the Magdalene Albert.
Don't we get a free room there
We get a free room every time we're in town,
for a
one
night?
and a meal.
I'll explain
But,
that to her.
anything beyond the one, no.
You'd have to pay for it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll explain that to her. And, but I said, because we're about to head out somewhere, aren't we?
Well, you might be. Oh, she says, and where would that be, love?
It's Asatar, aren't we? Are we heading there?
You're
This
in
where we
Ascot.
are.
Oh, we're in Asatar.
Skogenby.
Skogenby. I said,
She sort of-
some people
sort
need
of-
our help in
yeah.
Skogen.
She sort of, curls her face up a little bit. That little place, what possibly could be going on there?
I tell her the group of people need our help. I'm not quite sure what the other part was said.
Well, she says, I hope you go better prepared when you're being on the job. You might want to apply some of your sensibilities to this particular. It would be such a pity for you to pay me the entry fee and then not have any use of it.
Jesus!
Telling me to stay in Asatar.
Sorry, say that again?
So is she telling me to stay?
No, she's just saying be careful.
Oh, okay.
No,
In a mildly threatening way.
not threatening. Just saying, you go
Very
over there
ominous,
and
sorry.
you get-
Ominous way.
Yeah, yep. She wasn't threatening at all. You don't get any threat out of her yet.
Okay.
Um,
I'll just say that I understand and that I'm
Yeah,
heeding her.
okay. Right, so she
message.
says, so this will probably be, unless it's something of great import, this will probably be the last time that you'll be in this house. Any other
Okay.
business with me will be conducted at the other address.
Okay. And I asked her if I could take a role of friend.
Pardon?
Can I take a cinnamon roll, please?
Of course you can. Of course you can. So she
I'll
also
take
talks about
two.
the business. So basically, you'll go to this other address. It's a 10% cut on anything you make, anything,
Okay.
anywhere. But for that, you get reduced training, you get options on equipment, and you have the option also of hiring some lesser when you become higher level. Well, at the moment you can, first level. Any
Yeah.
lesser thieves, providing there's a contract and other stuff to take on your job. So you get quite a lot of little benefits out of that sort of thing.
Sweet. So if I want to go get a job, is there a place I go to?
Well, no, you
jobs?
do your own job. You go to the identified place. You log it with either the day or the night officer, whoever is on, and they'll tell
Yeah.
you whether or not it's approved or not. Usually that takes about a day. Because
Sweet.
some people are paying protection money, and so they obviously don't get attacked. Some people who don't,
Oh, okay.
they have a harder time of
Sweet.
life.
That, and of course, if it's going to draw way too much heat,
Or
Then-
yeah.
So let's say I was just pickpocketing in town, like people on the street.
So that's
Do I
10%.
come and-
No,
yeah, I
pickpocketing
come and
is
give
fine.
10%.
But you need to register with the officer of the day or night that you're going to be doing that. That usually doesn't need an approval. They just need to know how many people are working the crowd. Because obviously too many
Okay.
people, it's going to make too much noise.
Alright, I'm just gonna go and register with the officer who's on duty that
Yeah.
I may be pickpocketing around the tavern.
Okay, so he says that's fine as long as you do it. Actually, he's saying you do it tomorrow night, you'll be fine tonight. There's too many in there.
Okay, no
and
problem.
you might want to give them and he gives you a thief's cant sign, say, don't bother me, I'm a thief, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so doesn't give you anything to help your friends, but you should be safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
No problem.
And I just do a thieves' cant goodbye, and then I'm heading out.
Right, okay. Well, it's nice to be back in business, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can get back to
I'm
what's
gonna
important.
head back to Malefica,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna give her a cinnamon roll that I bought in quotation mark.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, Malefica.
Thanks, Muffin. I give her a kiss and I eat the thing. But I head to the.
Thanks.
You cut out most of that, sorry, matey. I didn't hear it.
Sorry. I eat the cinnamon roll with glee.
Yep. Yep.
And I head to the church just to make sure that I wasn't cursed.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
Can
you.
I go with him for that? I
Yes, you
really don't want to
can.
be cursed.
We're all
Okay.
going.
Are
It's
we
a
though?
party.
Because one of us doesn't think that commoner could have cursed us.
That's okay.
We're leaving the man behind. Let's go, ladies. Let's go, girls.
Meanwhile, if we're heading out for friggin' thing, I'm going to locate because somewhere in the town, our other good friend Augustine, because
Perhaps
he's
someone
going to need
robs
to
him.
come with us.
Right, Augustine.
If it's anything to deal with the dead, we need a cleric.
Okay.
I'm so
And
hungry.
folks, just give me a second. That will
Bang
be
on the time
finish
for us to
the
finish
day.
anyway. Yeah.